I'm going to ask you a rather strange question, okay? Which I'm sure maybe someone has asked you, or nobody has asked you, or maybe you never thought about it. Okay, the question is, okay, what do you earn per hour? Okay, what do you earn per hour? And what is your worth per hour? Now think about what I just said. Okay, what do you earn per hour? And what is your worth per hour? Now how do you calculate this? I'm pretty sure you'll be like, Aloy, what do you mean by that? Okay, I'll give you an example. Let's say your salary, hypothetically, let's say your salary is, let's go round figures, because I don't have a calculator. I'm walking. Okay, let's say your salary is $3,000 a month, and there are 30 days. So you work, say 26 days, but let's, for the sake of calculation. So you earn $100 a day. That's why you earn $3,000 an hour, a month. So $100 a day. Okay, so that is what you earn per day. That is your rate per day, $100. Now if you divide by 24, for the sake of calculation, let's make it easier. We'll divide it by 25. Okay, 24 hours a day. I know 8 hours of sleeping and all that. So if you divide 100 by 25, you get 4. So it's basically $4 an hour. That is what you're worth, or that is what you're earning right now. $4 an hour. Okay? Now my question to you is, if you were a freelancer, if you were a guy who could earn anything by giving his service, how much would you charge per hour? Now I don't know from where I got this question or why I asked this question. Right from the age of 16, I always wanted to be, MC, stage anchor, a speaker who does weddings, events. I always liked being in the limelight. I always liked being in public. I always liked attention. And then obviously when youngsters, when they see DJs and they make music, I went into DJing as well. So there obviously I started off at 100 dirhams. That is, I think, around, $27 a day. One full day of DJing. Not full day, like you're talking of 6 hours or whatever, 8 hours. Plus, setting up the sound system and everything. We had a small one. So I started at $27 a gig. Then obviously with more experience, partnering up with my friend who invested more money into speakers, sound system, amplifier, lights, our rates started to grow. And there we started charging 500 dirhams an hour. Okay, you can multiply 27 into 5, let's say roughly around $115 an hour. And then from 500 dirhams, we moved to 1,500 dirhams, we moved to 2,000 dirhams. Okay, so you can multiply accordingly. I'm very bad at calculation. So just think any currency. I was charging 100, moved to 500, moved to 2,000. 2,000 was DJing, sound system, equipment, everything. Okay, and when we were lucky, we were earning 5,000 a gig. So now from earning 100 a gig, we were earning 5,000 a gig. Okay, 2,000 to 5,000. So obviously, we started to think, fuck, if we can earn 2,000 every day, we can make a lot of money instead of earning, just a salary. So, but the tragedy was, obviously you can't get booked every day. So we'd always think of ways and means of getting booked every day. We'd normally get booked once a week or twice a week, if lucky 3 times a week, but never more than that. So always the challenge was, how can I get more bookings? And we would even take bookings at a lower price on a day that was free. So at least some money better than no money. So that is how our life was. So once I got the taste of earning money as a freelancer, was working as well as being a freelancer. You know, once you get that taste, you don't want to lose it, because you enjoy doing something at the side. You enjoy making money, you know, having a hobby. You enjoy knowing that I can make some extra bucks. And the best thing what you enjoy is you're doing what you're passionate about and where you have an interest in your heart. So this goes on. So now what has happened is, over the period of time, from that time, I started to dislike the corporate world, where no matter you work 8 hours or 16 hours, no matter you work 24 hours a day, you'll get the same salary. If you don't perform, you have to take shit, or they threaten you to deduct your salary. But if you do perform, they give you the fixed income, but they don't give you anything more. It's very rare they give you a bonus. So I was always like, fuck man, what's the use? And then on top of that, you work hard and your boss gets a credit. Yeah, like what the fuck, yeah. And then, you know, the office politics, and you have to call them sir, this, that, and like, this is so fuck all, man. Why the fuck should I call anyone sir, whether it's a customer or whether it's a boss? Because when I was DJing and all that, I didn't call anyone sir. And the people I was DJing for were people with big positions, a lot of money. They were richer than my boss, more successful than my boss. But I was calling them, hey Mark, hey Ramesh. But they're my piddly shitty boss in the office. Yes sir, no sir. I was like, what the fuck is this? So eventually I got, once you get the taste of it, no, believe me, you don't want to let go of it. It's like an addiction. It gives you a high. So I used to always think of ways and means to earn as a freelancer, and that was always my goal. And obviously, if you follow my channel, you know that where I went through, I was doing this at the side, but I never took it seriously until 2011, when I lost everything, and then I jumped full time. When I jumped into it full time, obviously again I had to reset and start from zero. I was a trainer. I was no longer a DJ, no longer emceeing shows. Emceeing shows, if I'd get here and there, I would do it. But I wanted to focus into something professional. So that is where I took training. And like everyone else, I started at 50 dirhams. I just keep it like around, like think any currency, 50. You know, obviously the first customer of mine, I know I'm very embarrassed to say it, but it was dirt cheap, man, 50. Then from 50 went to 100. From 100 went to 200. 200 went to 500 or 400 or whatever. Then from there, my first big customer was 2000. And I remember 2000 dirhams that I charged. I told that guy, I'll coach you for 1 year. Plus I'll buy 2000 dirhams worth of books, and I'll give you a copy of those books. So basically you're getting 2000 for free. So I'll buy the books, I'll give you a copy of them. So basically you're not spend anything, plus I'll give you the coaching for free. And then after I got the taste for 2000, then I moved into charging people 4000 dirhams. This is all dirhams. Then from there, obviously my confidence grew. And you know, then when I came to Thailand, again I had to reset, because now I'm teaching people virtually. This is 6 years before COVID. So I was in the virtual world. So from starting, you know, every time you start something new, you go back to zero, then you climb up, then again you go down, then again you go up, and then again you go, because you're trying new things. And today, I charge people just for consultation, 1 hour, $197 US. As of now, my rate is this way. As of now, my rate is $197. Okay? That is for one-to-one consultation. Obviously, if someone wants something more, from there it climbs. There's nothing lower than that. Unless, of course, a person wants to ask me one question, then I have a rate for even one question. So, you can check my rates if you want. So now, after earning this kind of money, you seriously think I want to go back to the corporate world? You seriously think I want to earn $4 an hour or $8 an hour and work hour after hour after hour after hour, and then drive all the way to the office and come all the way back and have to deal with shitty colleagues, have to deal with a stupid boss, have to deal with dumb fuck clients who demand the sun, moon and stars. Man, who the fuck wants all that, yeah? Just imagine, let's say I was earning $10 an hour and I was working 10 hours a day to earn $100. Here as a freelancer, I can earn $200 an hour, okay? And rest of the day take off. See, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to misguide you. There are certain things you have to consider also, which I'll tell you. Now, today I'm earning per hour $200. And if I get one customer a day, which I do get, I think I'm taken care for the whole day. Yes, there is always the aspiration to get $10,000 client, $20,000 client, $50,000, $100,000. I always want to get those kind of clients. But it's not like every day. And if I do accept, let's say, for example, I accept a $10,000 client, then I'm really busy. It's not that $10,000 today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, every day. No, it doesn't work that way. There's a lot of work involved. People are not dumb if they give you their hard-earned money. People are not stupid. People bargain for even $1. And they want to know, what do I get for this $1? So there is a lot of thought process, and people are not dumb. Always keep this in mind. The people who are dealing with you, who are giving you their money, they are smarter than you. So I always make sure that I give value. Now, obviously, if I get a big customer, I can't take on more. I have to focus all my attention on that customer. Now, having said that, my question to you is, what are you earning per hour? Just divide it, number of days in a month. Even those 4 days, if you want to take, deduct, 26 days in a month, your salary per month, divide it by 26, then divide it by the number of hours that you go. From the time you get up, you travel, you reach office, yes, and then you come back home. All those hours, calculate all that, and then you'll find out how much you earn per hour. Now ask yourself, today's day and age, how much are you getting paid per hour? And how much do you think you're worth per hour? See, as an employee, you can never make big money. That much I can assure you. Unless, of course, you're a CEO or director or at a very high position where your expenses you keep at the lowest and you focus on saving maximum. Otherwise, it's impossible to make money as an employee. Impossible. Because you'll always live hand to mouth. So the only solution is to make money as a self-employed or freelancer. But mind you, this is not for everyone. And if you're interested, you can comment down below. I'll make another video on why it's not meant for everyone. So ask yourself, how much do I earn per hour? How much would I like to earn per hour? Okay? Whether it's as an employee or whether it's as an employer. And then think, shit man, if someone giving advice as a consultant, let's say as a marketing or marketing guy, he's giving advice or he's helping in strategizing, he's earning $100, $200, $5,000 or $10,000 for a day or for a few hours of work. Why are you getting paid so less? The challenge is always to push yourself to earn more. That's the challenge. It's easy to be in a comfort zone and accept whatever, I can't, industry. No, fuck the industry, man. See, if I would go with this thought pattern, it's an industry, nobody has done it, you seriously think I would survive? Man, look at me, man. Look at this face, tattooed and look like a freak and staying on an island, but I'm making money, right? Yes, there are plenty of variables and a lot of luck. I'll be honest with you, a lot of luck. I'm very lucky. But this luck has come because I took action, because I made it happen. Others, it wouldn't have happened. So if I could leave you with one thought process, it would be, number one, how much do you earn per hour? How much would you like to earn per hour? That's a thought I want to leave in your mind. And now, once that thought goes in your mind, you will start thinking, how can I earn more per hour? And how can I make this happen? And once you start thinking that way, I'll tell you the journey has just begun. So, my basic conclusion is, how much do you earn per hour? And how much would you like to earn? Think about what I said, and trust me, you'll thank me for it. Right? This is me signing off. Take care.